breaking, rapper Boosie said this about his daughter. Now let's get to it. Hey everyone, welcome to the mix. Like, share, subscribe per usual. Thank you guys for tuning in to the mix. Go ahead and drop some comments in the comment section. Keep it respectful and peaceful. Most importantly, listen to this video. Yes, listen to this video from beginning to end. I appreciate you guys' support, those domestically and internationally. Head on over to the community section and cast some polls. I always have polls going on, so vote, 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 vote. Now let's jump right into the topic. Okay, you guys, as you can see what this video is going to be about, rapper Boosie, oh my goodness, he is back in the news per usual. He's always trending for something, but in my opinion, he's kind of been a little low-key for the past month or two. He's probably trended maybe about a couple times. The Rod Wave video I did with Boosie, as he is suing Rod Wave, to my understanding, and possibly other rappers for using his copyright his music or whatever. So but yeah, so that's pretty much it. But as you can see, Boosie, he was just trending the other day because he said this about his daughter and her boyfriend. Let me go ahead and share this with you guys and then I'll come back.
You can cheat on her, but don't beat on her. My daughter just texted me she got a boyfriend, she want me to meet him. Be nice. Just don't hit her. Love her. I don't give a what you do.
Don't take that.
Just don't hit her. You can cheat on her, I don't give a damn. Whatever. Just don't hit her. You can cheat on her, but don't beat on her. My daughter just texted me she got a boyfriend, she want me to meet him. Be nice. Just don't hit her. Love her. I don't give a what you do.
Don't take that.
Just don't hit her. You can cheat on her, I don't give a damn. Whatever. Just don't hit her.
Okay, you guys, so what are your thoughts? Boosie is stating that you can cheat on her, but don't beat on her. Wow. Alrighty, this is interesting in terms of a parental perspective, especially a guy like Boosie. And hey, for those who do not know, you can Google him and see what he's about. But yeah, he's very controversial when it comes to a lot of different topics in history overall as a rap artist. And to be a little bit more transparent, he was on death row at one point in time earlier on in his career, but he beat death row, and he also is a cancer survivor. Yes, Boosie had cancer, so he's been cancer free in remission to my understanding, and he does have diabetes, but as you can see, Boosie kind of does this thing and do what he want to do. So what are your thoughts about his comments stating that as long as the guy does not put his hands on his daughter, he could cheat on her, but you can't beat on her? I found that to be interesting. I wonder, has he ever any physical altercations with his kid's mom? And he has quite a few kids, several kids, so, and quite a few baby mamas. But I wonder, over the course of his life, has he had any issues with them physically? Because if so, then the irony of that, his request. So, and maybe that's a legit request. You can cheat on her, but don't beat on her. So I'm coming from, in my opinion, perspective, whereas I guess Boosie, and I'm paraphrasing, and again, this is just my opinion, simply my opinion reaction. I believe that he is possibly speaking about, like, typically when you're young, there's not a lot of people in solid committed relationships. So he probably may have already had conversations with his daughters, like, hey, these guys, dang ish, at a certain age. Look at me, or whatever. He's the prime example. So the expectations of a guy being faithful, it's not like, because some people are saying like, oh, he's promoting cheating and all of that and unfaithfulness. No, I think, in my opinion, Boosie is coming from a perspective, whereas when you're young, there's not a lot of committed relationships. So guys usually typically cheat at a young age, especially when you're in your 20s. Don't, set your expectations kind of low, unfortunately, when it shouldn't be that way. But don't be surprised. So yeah, you could cheat on her. He's like, hey, I ain't gonna say nothing or get involved if you cheating on her, but if you touch her, that's when we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. That's when we gonna have a problem. So that's what the angle that I'm coming from. again, as far as my own opinion. But what are your thoughts? Do you agree with what Boosie is saying? It's interesting because it's like, okay, Boosie, now he has a history of beefing, I think, with one or maybe two baby mamas. And I think Boosie has probably about 4 or 5. Don't quote me on that. He has about, I think, 8 kids, maybe 9, and it's multiple baby mamas. And I think he had a contentious relationship with a couple, especially the most recent. I ain't gonna say the most recent one, especially the one where he took the vehicle back from his daughter. That particular baby mama, they have a turbulent history. And so with that being said, I'm wondering, was there any physical situations with them in the past? I don't know this to be true or not, but it's interesting because I'm coming from a perspective as, okay, say for instance, hypothetically speaking, and I don't know this, what if there was some situations where Boosie may have had physical encounters with some of his baby mamas in the past or whatever, so, and possibly treated them unfairly, unruly, disrespectfully, whether it be physical but mental and verbal. I mean, how dare you? It's the irony for me. How dare you have these standards when it comes to your daughter? In my opinion, it's like this, and I'm not saying that he is wrong for having these standards, but to me, in my opinion, it's just the audacity. It's like, dude, really? You out of all people, that's if he had a history of something like that with his previous baby mamas. My point is that guys who have daughters, be very careful how you treat human beings, how you treat other people, especially females, because that energy you put out there will come back possibly on your seed, on your descendants, your child, especially your daughter. So be that example as what you want your daughter to, I guess, gravitate towards, or the type of guy that you want your daughter to be in a relationship with. If you want your daughter to be in a relationship with a guy who's not physical or physically abusive, emotionally abusive, or cheating wise possibly, or whatever, you be that example. That way she'll gravitate more than likely towards those who are in alignment with her dad in a good, beneficial way. If you can see my point. Hopefully you guys see my point. But yeah, so let me know your thoughts, you guys. It's the audacity for me, for Boosie laying down standards. It's just like with T.I. when he seems like he's kind of like that with his daughters. Okay, now you have daughters. Now you like, oh, A, B, C, D. You can't do this. You can't do that. If a guy do this and that, I'm going to handle it. So now it's quote unquote semi-threats to guys that your daughters may be potentially romantically involved with as they become young adults. In my opinion, you guys, that's hypocritical. Hypocrisy, in my opinion. So yeah, and that's even for females. Like, we have to, as parents, females and males, we have to do our best to lead by example. I'm not saying everyone is perfect out here, but kids are watching. They're watching from their toddler years to their adolescent years, all of that, into their teenage years. So they are watching. We were all once kids and teenagers and all of that, and we were watching our parents. So the parents sometimes set the tone. I'm not stating that in some instances that kids kind of, as they become young adults, start doing their own thing, raised a certain way to do certain things. That's not what I'm stating, because you can very well raise your child to be upright and be the best example, and you as a parent the best example for your child, and then they go wayward or they do their own thing, and hey, society pretty much handles it, if you get my point, in terms of they soak it up and they receiving what's out there in society. It's contrary to how they were raised and the example that they saw in the household. So you guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. I'm going to run a poll. Do you agree with Boosie? Do you believe Boosie is being hypocritical? Possibly. Like I said, I don't know his past situations with all of his baby mamas, but I do know one of them, they would go back and forth on social media like incredibly disrespectful towards each other. So if they talking like that towards each other and around the kids about each other, sheesh, that's pretty strong for Boosie to come out and say, hey, about his daughters, like, no, you can't do this, Ninja, you can't do that. It's about, I expect his expectations from a guy while being romantically involved with his daughter. So I don't know, you guys, but yeah, let's go ahead and like I said, drop some comments, keep it respectful and peaceful. If you're interested in donating, head on over to the description section of this post, and also hit that thanks. The thanks will populate, and there are some options to donate. All donations go towards content enhancement creation. Like, share, subscribe to the mix, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye.